So here we go, yet another page in this long rivalry that has existed between two grand teams. One that looks as though it will continue no matter what else happens, no matter what the hand of fate deals both of these parties. It has the look of a glitzy, grandiose occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So, it is time to let them at it.
Well, what a game this is, Peter. The pressure on both sets of players is tremendous, and they're both expected to win no matter what. It doesn't matter if you're contesting a title, a final, or just playing for pride. This one's always special.
And this is now today's lineup.
This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
Reminders of a golden era in English football, I should add. And it continues to hold its place in the modern game. Playing a second striker runs the risk of being outnumbered in midfield, of course. So with the wider pairing and fullbacks, plenty of running has to be part of their play. And of course, the right service into the box.
There's the whistle, and here we go. Bradley making his 100th appearance here today, of course.
Yeah, something that I mentioned to him in person before the match, Peter, although it took some time to register. Pretty much the same with me on my 100th game. I was more focused on winning than anything else.
Chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And he's following up! No, not the best of headers.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Well read, nice interception. Kessié. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. That is a crunching tackle. Sangare, looking to play him in, and he's picked it up out wide. Sangare, space for him to turn and look. Lofted in, keeper's dealt with that. Has to go back here. Now this could be a chance. Wood! Nearly, but not quite. And it's Vardy. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Sangare. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Castolo. Conte. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Oh, that's fabulous. And this is... And he shoots! And he's done it! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
After 20 minutes is number 9, Jamie Vardy.
Leicester have taken the lead.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
He's on it, can he get away? He's had a shot! And it's in! And once more we are all square. You score, we score!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless. Leicester choosing to make the first change.
Substitutions taking place.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Williams. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Conte, spread to the right, tries to pass it through. Bradley.
Nottingham really do like to play with a distinctive style, one that's pacey and expansive.
And they have the players, those players that love a gallop or two out wide.
Yeah, they're the key supply routes, Peter, carrying the ball and then delivering it across that box.
No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And smartly reclaimed. Leicester have run the changes already. They could, of course, make further alterations at half-time. Kessié. Bradley. For Conte. And here's Vardy.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And here's Vardy. Tries one from range. Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Okazaki! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Gibbs-White. Williams.
There will be 1 minute at a
Morata.
time.
Hutchinson. And for the first half, that is that. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Well, Jim, they've both had their moments.
Well, it's definitely been a game where both sides have tried to play to their own strengths, and I suppose neither side would be particularly unhappy with this scoreline. I suspect, Peter, the two managers will be keen to urge patience and discipline from their players now.
Leicester are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. Second period then underway.
Leicester are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Hutchinson. Now Anderson. Quick look, then plays it in. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Sangare. Gibbs-White. Vardy going after that. Gibbs-White to Wood. Gets a good foot in there. No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Anderson. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. And it's been taken short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Kessié. And it's Laporte. This is a promising build-up. Castolo. Now it's Vardy. And it's made its way to him. That's a decent clearance.
The attendance for this match was
Now it's Wood.
29,830.
Almost an hour gone. Leicester are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Real chance! And he's stuck it away! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Time for a change in personnel.
Substitution.
Nottingham with the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Leicester have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Hutchinson just eases him off the ball. Nicely weighted ball. This looks promising.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it. Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
Castolo. And there's green grass ahead of him. It's a good run, that. Great timing.
I think there were a few doubts for a split second, Peter, as to whether he was offside. I think he really got away with one there.
Leicester making further changes here, and in quick succession.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
Morato. Williams. Now Anderson. Gibbs-White does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Okazaki. And it's Kante. And it's Okazaki. Sangare. 75 minutes played. Anderson. Lovely feet. Crossed into the middle. And that should get the job done. Cross. Oh, he's been towering header! And that's a sharp finish! And surely that does it! Perfect time! Decisive strike! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and led it perfectly.
Nottingham can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Coming on the field.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Aina. And Sangare. Morato. Over to the right flank. Out towards the flank. Played out towards the right wing. Anderson strokes it back. Gibbs-White knocks it out wide. Deflected behind for a corner kick.
Substitution on the field. Number 19.
So we have further activity on the bench here. A warm ovation on his way off, and that is the least he deserves.
It's good to see that, Peter. He put in a very good day's work, and you can't do a lot more. It's a well-deserved rest.
That's an excellent interception. Leicester are looking to go forward now. Aina. Nottingham clearly now in lead preservation mode. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Four added minutes has been indicated.
4 extra minutes added on. What a throw in. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Anderson receives it in a good position here. That's put paid to the danger. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's shifting through the gears here. That's going across goal. And that's it. Well, the players and the coaches have plenty to think about here. A disappointing outing, and they collect nothing for it. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Yeah, well, I've been on the losing side in games like this, and I can tell you it really does hurt. It's about...
So hello and welcome one and all from what I can only describe as footballing utopia. The weather is perfect, the fans are in great voice, and the players are all set to get started. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter.
Hello,
Hi everyone.
everybody,
The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
And this is now today's lineup.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you can expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements. Overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You get those right, and this can be a very effective system.
A tried and tested formula.
And believe it or not, Peter, we even did that back in my day.
And that gets things running. Shifted it to the flank. Out of play for a throw. Aronson. Bogle. And it's Aronson. And Rodon. Biol. Goes looking wide. Castolo.
This is the time you need that pace.
Aims beyond the defence. Laporte. Buongiorno. For Conte. Monga. Looking for options for movement. He's had a shot! It's in!
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
Number 10, Castolo!
An early launch, just as they wanted, just as they hoped it. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. And it's Justin. Aronson. Osako.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Leeds have quite a reputation for being combative, confrontational, just in your face, Jim.
It's well rehearsed, Peter. It's testament to their excellent work ethic, really. The way they always go chasing the ball in numbers, and they can keep it up late into a game too.
Ampadu, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now, what about a counter-attack? Conte. Ampadu. Calvert-Lewin. Bogle. Nemecha, his fourth top scorer in the league. Bradley tries to clear. Tanaka goes short. Drives it in. Back in once more. And he's there to clear it. Oh, that is a nice touch. Great defending, strong and determined. Bogle tries to cross. That's an excellent interception. Osako. Castolo has found the net here, of course. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
Rodon makes the interception, looking to pass their way up the pitch. 15 minutes till half-time. That is good strength. Osako. Can he spark a counter here? Conte. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Can he get it through? Decent chance! And that is wildly off target. Justin.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Bogle made a surge from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Aronson. Now it's Calvert-Lewin. Foot in. Buongiorno. This is a promising build-up. Nemecha. Tanaka. Bradley. Conte. Now it's Osako. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Now it's Calvert-Lewin. And it's Ampadu. Now Aronson. So a temporary halt to the action. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Some first half thoughts?
Okay, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
Leicester are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good.
Everyone, please welcome our players. Substitution on the field, number 28.
So right back into the action.
Number 9.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
And it's Osako. Not the most accurate pass. Leicester different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Rodon. Ampadu. And Rodon. Bogle. And it's Bradley. And the shot. Can he finish? It's hit the upright. Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end. And it's hoisted clear. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Aronson. Driven in. Oh, good climb!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That's very neat. Well, this is Vardy. Here it is. And a header! But he's left disappointed.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Still just a single goal between the sides. Struck. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the message they're sending out now is pretty loud and clear. Let's grab a second goal and give ourselves an element of comfort.
Now it's Vardy.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time. Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Leicester still have the cards to affect this game. Shot a goal! And there's a goal! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
Number 9.
Vardy is currently top scorer in the league. So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Now it's Osako. Great vision. Plays it in, and he shoots! And that is doing no harm at all.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Substitution.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
Conte. Osako. Looking to play him in. He's in plenty of space here. Viol is there, and he can get that clear. And the finish! And it's there! It's all becoming so easy. He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
A case now of complete control.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
75 minutes played. Nice interception, well timed. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Conte. This is a promising build-up. Bogle kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Strauch. Pressing high and with purpose. Bogle.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Thinks about the shot. Ampadu. Ahead by 3, but they won't want to take their foot off the pedal. It's a really well-measured ball. And they win it back again. Nicely spread. Osako, and the shot! He was certain to score. It is an inexplicable miss.
Substitution in progress.
Leeds are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. Okafor coming on here as broadly expected.
Well, it's going to make for a frantic end, Peter. Let's hope he's got enough time to make the impact he wants.
Rodon. And the counter is on. Nemecha. Laporte. Conte. There's a sharp little ball here. And this is Osako. Incoming delivery. And it's lofted through here. And it's hoisted clear. Bogle. Rodon. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Leicester have done the business, grasping what they saw as rightly theirs, maximum points. Vardy, voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Leicester definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
Thank you very much.
Well, that's the lot for now. Thanks to you, Jim, and goodbye. So hello and welcome to what has turned out to be a truly gorgeous afternoon. The sun beaming down on the stands and broad beaming smiles all around us. The mood has soared, and so indeed has the expectation of both teams.
Please welcome the true side.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on.
And this is now today's lineup.
Well, it's clear what the manager wants here. His aim is to dominate in the wide areas, isn't it?
Yeah, I suspect that the wide men have been instructed to combine with the two forwards playing off the central striker, providing support or rotating with them while being the main suppliers of crosses. This is all about end product.
Well, we're on the way. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, N'Golo Kante. He is only one midfielder, but it often feels like he does the work of two or three. He's got exceptional awareness.
Can he finish? And needless to say, that deserved better.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Muscular approach does pay off here. Turns back here, probably the best option. Probing pass, lofted in. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Okazaki. Okazaki! Goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Okazaki. Leicester leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Now, can they get him away? Tries a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Deftly away. Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here. Now that's a lovely exchange. Leicester very much in the ascendancy and with a goal to their name. Castolo.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
It's a really well-measured ball. Chance! It's loose. Oh, that's another chance! And he hits the net! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age, Peter. It almost came as second nature. He susses the keeper couldn't hold on to it, and he's there in a flash.
Leicester are doing very nicely, thank you.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Bradley. Conte. And Bradley. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Buongiorno. Bradley. Castolo. Oh, shooting chance! Yes! They are purring, truly purring. That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
"3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy."
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And it's Okazaki. Castolo. Looking for the run. And this is Okazaki. Impressive jump. It's a goal. And they're threatening to fly away here. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
And yes, it's him again. Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Spread it left. Castolo. Now it's Okazaki. Can he spark a counter here? It's a searching pass. That was a good run. The defence looked beaten there.
I think there were a few doubts for a split second, Peter, as to whether he was offside. I think he really got away with one there.
Kante gathers from the goal kick. It's a threat. Can he finish?
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Conte. Decent chance! Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Hwang Hee-chan. Good purposeful running this. Okazaki. It's a pretty loose pass. Great vision. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Lobbed in behind. And they've got rid.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Great chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, that's a fine interception. And he's quick to get rid. And it's Bradley. Conte. Can he get it through? And for the first half, that is that. Well, what a half they've had. Cruising to victory, and it's only half-time. Astonishing.
Well, for me, it's a lead that's thoroughly deserved, Peter. They've been quicker to pretty much everything so far. The only thing you've got to wonder is, how taxing is this for the players? How long can they keep it up for? Are we going to see a fade in this second half?
Leicester are looking awesome. Going into half-time with a lead then that is surely insurmountable.
Everyone, please welcome to the field our players.
So off we go again. And it's Okazaki. And it's made its way to him. Now, can he find a finish? Point-blank header! That has been knocked clear. Okazaki.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
No messing about, just bludgeoned away. What a throw in. And that's definitely not his best. And no, he's seen through all of that. Fang Hee-chan. Now it's Hwang Hee-chan. Shot a goal! Pulled out the best in the keeper.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Oh, that's a key interception. Gomez. Now it's Hwang Hee-chan. Castolo could move up a gear here. He might be in here. And here's Okazaki. And the shot's on. And he shoots! And he's steered it beyond the post.
Leicester certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
That's really well manoeuvred.
The attendance for this match was 28,599.
Perfectly measured that. He's had a shot! And it's in! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
61 minutes is number 10, Castolo.
Leicester are having a ball here. Over to the right flank. Can he get on the end of this?
He'll be disappointed with that.
Bradley.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
Kwang Hee-chan. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Real chance! It's gone in, and it is an own goal!
I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
Leicester benefiting from an own goal. Not that you'll hear them complaining. Passes short and sharp. Oh, super fun. There's the shot! And that is faded wide.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Gomez. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Substitution on the field. Number 47, Gomez. Coming on the field is number 8, João Gomez.
It's a good foot in there. Strokes it back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. And it's been hooked away. 75 minutes played. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Conte. Looking to play him in. That's a nicely shaped ball. Buongiorno. Conte. Okazaki has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Laporte. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Buongiorno. Castolo looking to add to his goal. It's Okazaki! Oh, he's been caught napping. Hangs one in. And a chance! He's got a goal! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
Number 10, Castolo.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Into the last 5 minutes. Time and again they are repelled. Always onto this. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that has been cleared. And now they can spring out of defence. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Played in. And it's going to be another corner. Picked out brilliantly. Threads one, and the shot! It's in! It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
Number 21.
And he's done it again, he's got his second. Four added minutes on the board. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Leicester have done the business, grasping what they saw as rightly theirs, maximum points. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
I think we're just about out of time, so many thanks to Jim, and a very good afternoon to you. So hello and welcome one and all from what I can only describe as footballing utopia. The weather is perfect, the fans are in great voice, and the players are all set to get started. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon.
And this is now today's lineup.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
It certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
So it's away we go then. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Jordan Pickford. He's a great all-round goalkeeper, Peter. Great at shot stopping and dominant in his box. He also gets counter-attacks going with his accurate long passes. The opposition should be a little wary of committing too many men forward to attack, because if it does break down, this guy can get them in trouble pretty quickly.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. It's a sweeping cross. That's going to go a long way. That is lovely. Tries to cross. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Thinks about... Can he finish? And it's a goal! And there is his 30th goal. Oh, delicious, such devilish curl.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Ndiaye. O'Brien. Kante gets across to intercept that. Great vision, and he's worked it through. He's not got that quite right. That has not gone well. So just the one early goal to report so far, and the score is 1-0. Now he's off and running. And he's there to clear it. Quarter of an hour played. Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. O'Brien did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly... And he shoots! Brilliant! A finish right from the top draw. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
And now he has two. Leicester are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Pickford claims comfortably. Very nicely done. Now that looks a decent ball. And he's straight offside. Defending of the desperate variety. Ndiaye stood his ground strongly. Here comes the cross. And that should get the job done. Now, what about a counter-attack? Showing great feet there. Oh, he's having a go! And a terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
O'Brien. Over to the right flank. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Chance here to counter. Conte. And it's Vardy. Steaming on goalwards. Lovely. He's having a shot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Everton have the chance to go the other way. Barry. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Half-time getting close now. Vardy, and Vardy! That's got him rattled. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Castolo. Good chance here!
Two added
Dewsbury
minutes has
Hall.
been indicated.
And it's Mikolenko. Urabunam. Threads one in. That is ended up in no man's land. They get a throw in. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Tries to get it clear. Aimed at the far side. And that has been cleared. So a temporary halt to the action. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change
First
at
half
this
is up
stage.
and things are looking good.
Leicester
Let's hope for another
sitting
good
pretty
show in the
here.
second half.
2 goals
Please
putting them
welcome
into the
everyone,
driving
our
seat.
lads.
So let's get the ball rolling. Ndiaye. And they win it back again.
Well, Peter, he's looking particularly sharp.
And certainly on the hunt for his personal treble.
Yeah, and I certainly wouldn't go against that, although he may keep an eye on the bench for fear of being taken off.
Flashes it across. He's having a shot! That's a fair try, but just off target. O'Brien. Barry. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Castolo. Ball played for Conte. And no, that was never going to make it. Irabunan.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Leicester in a very solid position, 2 to the good. Castolo needing to deal with defending that's more up close and personal.
Well, learning from your mistakes and not repeating them is never completely guaranteed, but that rear guard is more focused on him now.
Irabunan, and it's Dewsbury Hall. Now it's Vardy. Castolo. He's got away. This is good pressing. They're not short on bodies. Irabunan. Ndiaye. And that is out of play. So time for change. And this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
Conte. Castolo. Conte. Castolo with 2 goals already to his name. Dewsbury Hall. Irabunan. That's a lovely, neat pass. Bradley. And the pass is intercepted. Castolo. Looking for options for movement. And it's been played through.
Leicester have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. It's a promising position. Castolo. Nicely weighted ball. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Shooting chance! And that's a sharp finish! And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
The goal scorer after 77 minutes is number 18, Grealish.
So here comes a substitution.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Substitution on the field. Number 37.
Just 1
number
in it
9.
now.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle
16,
goes.
Number 11.
Castolo. Oh, some astute defending there.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And it's Erabu now. Leicester clearly looking to hold on here right to the end. And he was quick to react. Irubenam. Barry. Looking to play him in. Grealish! And a truly agonising miss.
Well, I think that look says it all, Peter. Brilliant save from the keeper. He read the situation superbly.
Bradley getting this one clear. George. Keane. He's had it taken off him.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
He came in hard, very hard. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Knocks it out wide. Deep into stoppage time. Can he spark a counter here? The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And we're done. Leicester win it. And it's a big win, and they can look back on a job well done. Castolo taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. The end of the game. Reflections?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt trying to win this. A throwback to games gone by.
You were more than just
Just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin for joining us and to wish you a very good day.